Hi there, happy Sunday. I don't think I filmed anything so far this weekend, so let's do a bit of a recap. Yesterday we went to buy 2 storage sheds from Homebase, which we'd ordered. I know, it's exciting. Hold on to your seatbelts, this is going to get really, really riveting.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Neither of them fitted in the car, so we had to return them on the spot. So that was good. So we didn't achieve much yesterday morning. We bought something from Sainsbury's and that was about it. In the afternoon though, Adam and Corin and Chloe came round and we had like a Play-Doh date with Chloe and Amelia just seemed to be having fun, so that was good for a few hours. We had some cake. It's like a late Thanksgiving because we were going to do a meal, but we just, you know what it's like, there's really not the hours in the day or the days in the week to make these things happen, unfortunately. So that was a really nice afternoon, very relaxing, very good fun. And today, this morning, we got up and we've driven down to Ockham to cut your own Christmas tree, which we've actually got 2. Seeing as we were going to get 0, that's quite a turn up. We got 2 small ones, 2 tiny ones because we could, and they're in the car. And then we realised we don't have a Christmas tree stand, so I've just stopped off at Homebase to pick a couple up, and I'm just walking back now. And we've just had a really nice lunch in the Black Swan in Ockham. That was with Anna and Alex and the boys, the Christmas tree cutting. Then Anna had to go off. Alex and the boys came to the pub with us. One of my favourite pubs, really nice. Amelia had a blast. She didn't eat a lot, but she was having a great time. So yeah, it's been a really nice weekend so far. And as you can see, it's been very blue all day, but damn is it cold. And I'm wearing about 15 layers, but Amelia was not pleased with the temperature this morning. Nonetheless, a very good start to the week. So that's all I have to report so far. I'm going to go home and lie down, I think. Good morning, it's Monday. What a fun weekend that was, actually. When everything just works, it feels really good. And by everything just works, what I mean is that we're not trying to convince Amelia to do something she doesn't want to do, and dealing with tantrums broadly. And this weekend there were very few. She was only upset when she got very, very cold yesterday morning, which is quite understandable because I think everybody was. This week I've got a few things on, so I've just finished a version 1 of one of the last Red Bull episodes I've got to do. I say one of the last, I keep finding new ones, so hopefully that's mostly there or thereabouts. And I've got to do another episode in the Paralympic podcast this afternoon, and once I've done that I'm mostly up to date, because I can't do anything else for a couple of days, because I don't think I mentioned this. Well, I didn't mention this definitively. I know I touched on this a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to Paris tomorrow for 48 hours, just at the time, historically, just in case you're looking back at this, just at the time that the government has decided to change the entry requirements into the United Kingdom, just at the time that the Omicron variant has been discovered, which is definitely the crappiest name of a variant so far. Whether the variant is particularly bad, we don't really know. It's probably more transmissible. That looks to be the case, but everything else about it we don't really understand. Good morning. I'm not sure that dropping Amelia off at nursery will ever get normal in a way. I mean, I don't do it hugely frequently. I usually do pick up, but it's a weird feeling. And not because she's sad or anything, because she just isn't. She's ever so happy to be there. She's literally bouncing with joy. It's just a weird feeling, especially when you're about to leave the country, which I am. I'm on my way to Paris now via Mortlake and Vauxhall and St Pancras. It's a weird feeling to say, well, you know, bye, I'll see you in a few days. And she's just like, yeah, whatevs. It's good. I'm glad she likes nursery. Thank God for nursery, or else no one would ever get any work done. Well, here we are. It wasn't that straightforward to get here because all the trains from Mortlake were cancelled, so I couldn't get to Wedford. So I've had to come straight to St Pancras. And even so, I've only just got here and it's 10 to 10, which means I'm only beating James and Amy by probably 10 minutes after all that. I'm just waiting for them to arrive, and then we're going to go and check in, go through departures. Welcome to Paris. Or rather, Gare du Nord in Paris. The busiest place, pretty much. We got to get all our stuff to our hotel. Because we got like 9 bags or something crazy between us.
Toby in Paris, Toby in Paris. Da, da, da.
Thank you, I can just loop that. It's a really big tower. It's quite impressive, isn't it? If I go out all the way. It's cool. James and Amy are busy, Instagramming from a distance. Trick is to get really close. Instagram as close as you can. River Seine.
Oh my god.
Look, it's the Arc de Triomphe. Isn't it triumphant? I'm on the Champs-Elysees. It's very nice. If I turn around and give you the view back down the Champs-Elysees. There you go. Great place for a bike race, probably. And then there's a very, very impressive arch. Dinner locale. Now we're heading towards the river, see what we can see. Tonight we've missed the sparkling Eiffel Tower. It happens on the hour. I don't know whether we'll be able to get close enough by 10. Maybe this is how I should do my kitchen. It's nice. Jimmy Two-Brex is back.
Might be back to 3.
It's very nice, like, seeing as they've managed to squeeze it into the cellar. It's very stylised, I'm very impressed. Just thought I'd show you the room just before we check out. It's all very sort of early 60s stylised, the high tower. It's really, really nicely done. And even though this is quite a small space, they've made really good use of it. With little built-in cupboards and alcoves for your phone, USB chargers, a miniature little desk. And then in here, very small but very, very good bathroom. Really nice. Right, anyway, it's a Wednesday morning and we have to go and actually do the thing that we're here in Paris for, which is film some people. So I've got to take the kit downstairs.
Donc, le fraudeur va avoir besoin de réaliser cette authentification forte. Et il y a plusieurs moyens.
Hello, I'm back in London. I mean, we weren't even out of the country for 48 hours. It was nice to have 4 hours of sightseeing in Paris, though. That's all it really was. But it was so nice just to be in another country. As I said when I was in Ireland, it's just thank God you can leave the United Kingdom. It's not a place you really want to stay. Paris is great. I'd like to go back. Don't know how Amelia would cope with it. But anyway, I'm back. I'm out because I'm doing the only thing I'm allowed to leave the house for, which is to deliver my Randox Day 2 PCR test to a drop box. Randox, obviously the company famously who won a contract because of disgraced former Conservative MP Owen Paterson, putting them in touch with people using a VIP fast lane, blah blah blah. The usual sort of Conservative Party corruption that you've come to know. It's also, you know, these day 2 tests are really redundant. A couple of reasons. Number one, you know, when you arrive back, they say you can get public transport home, which means you can interact with loads of people before you've got a test result. Secondarily, this would all be unnecessary if all the contact tracing apps from different countries actually just spoke to each other. You knew who'd been in contact with whom. It would be no different than going to the shops. But hey ho, someone has decided that it'd be better if lots of friends of Conservative MPs made an absolute fortune delivering these results. You should only have to do these tests if there is a proven interaction. In the same way that, say, if I went to Birmingham now for a week and then came back to London, I don't have to do a day 2 PCR test. The presumption is that I would be contacted if I'd been in contact with anyone who had COVID, and the same should happen internationally. It just doesn't, because it's a complete farce. Anyway, someone's getting £100 for dick all, and I get to leave the house, so it's a bit of poor trade-off, but it's kind of working. And I'm back. That's it, like 45 minutes, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. All a bit stupid, as we've discussed, but there's no way around it. Anyway, that's all fine. I mean, let me give you some more examples of why the whole thing is utterly redundant. They've got no evidence that the right person did the PCR test because they're done at home. They've actually got no evidence of when you did it, other than when you say you did it. They've really got no evidence that you did it at all, actually. You could have just wobbled it around a bit, put it in some water, who knows, I don't know. But, you know, it's the point is, somebody's making a lot of money and nobody's getting much result. But I suppose the real question is, why is anybody making any money from it at all? Why do you have to use a private company? Why can't you use the NHS? Why can't you do a lateral flow test first to catch most things and only do a PCR if it comes up positive? Why do you have to pay for it? Because you don't have to pay for the NHS ones. If the government thinks that it is a necessity that you have a PCR test, then why is it not covered in the amount you've paid in taxation? It doesn't make any sense at all. It is simply a way of funneling money, public money, to private companies. There's no other rational explanation, I'm afraid. So it's a complete farce. And I mean, even when you get a Randox lateral flow test, it's exactly the same lateral flow test that you get if you go onto the NHS website and ask for a box of 7. It's just packaged differently, but it's physically the same items made in the same factory in China. The difference is one is free for a pack of 7, the other is £25 each. Absolute rubbish, and especially for the lateral flows. They're not even doing anything, Randox, they're just sending them to you and they're expecting you to self-report. What a farce. As you can tell, I'm a bit annoyed about this, but not, it doesn't affect me as an individual. That's not why I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because there's a small cabal of individuals who are funneling public money to their friends and nobody's doing anything about it, and this is just accepted as normal behaviour. It's insane and it's corrupt. Anyway, so I have 3 podcasts to finish today. I've mostly done one, but I'm waiting on some links. I have 2 more that have some changes that need putting in. One of which is frankly mostly there, and the other one needs a bit more work, but I have a bit of time on my side, so we should be okay finishing those today, because tomorrow obviously is a Friday, and on Fridays Amelia doesn't go to nursery, so I have to occupy her, and that's going to be tricky because 1, I can't leave the flat until I get my PCR test result, and 2, even if I could, the weather's terrible, so it's going to be tricky. It's the long and the short of it, but hey ho, I just have to manage. And then on Saturday I'm supposed to be going and having some mulled wine on the South Bank, so that should be nice. And I think tomorrow actually is Q Sparkle, which is the crappiest name for Q's Summer Winter Fair. It's been around a long time though, so I can't hate too much. Do you need help with that, or can you do it?
Daddy do it.
Daddy do it, okay. Oh. Daddy, don't come out.
No, Mia.
Yeah, oh, okay, you can do that. There it is. Can you get it out with your fingers?
No, it's just.
But I did take it out and you made me put it back in. Look, here we go. Oh God, they don't come out.
Yeah, it's no, come on.
Oh, God. Where is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
No. Baby, the baby. But it started.
Welcome to Q Sparkle, as it's called, which is Q's Christmas Fair. Lights in the trees and kids singing down there. Plus, we have a small person in a buggy here. You ready for the fair? Oh. When will you be ready? Hi there, it's Friday night, so I thought I should actually sign off because I haven't really done that in, feels like months, maybe years. Thanks for watching. It's been a kind of weird week for me, but you know, we got there in the end, and it was fun to see a bit of Christmas. So let's end with what my prayer every week, which is let's hope that next week there is a little less stupid in the world and a bit more intelligence. Let's hope that people listen to facts, make intelligent decisions, and are prepared to be wrong. That's all the world needs, isn't it? I hope you have a lovely weekend, but I'll see you in the next video.